going on, guys? It's your boy Phil, and today what I'm going to be showing you how to do is how to turn this photo into this photo. And we're going to be doing that in exactly 5 minutes, as you can see by the timestamp down below. And this is going to be part of my new series, call it Phill in 5. If you like what you see, make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you're into that. So I don't have much time, so let's get right into it right now. Alright guys, here we are in Lightroom, and I'm going to try to be as informative in these 5 minutes as possible, but I'm going to go fairly quickly because I can only get to so much in this time. Alright, so first thing you're going to see me do is crop the image, and I should just note that this was actually taken on a $300 Fuji camera back in 2015. Just goes to show that you don't actually need an expensive camera to take fairly quote-unquote cool photos. Anyways, so you're gonna see me here adjusting the color temperature and the exposure and the contrast. So, you know, you can see it's getting fairly better already. And yeah, all we're gonna be really doing in this tutorial is just adjusting some sliders. Anybody can adjust sliders, you know what I mean? So we're just dropping the highlights and raising the shadows, and this is one of the main things. You want to make sure that you shoot it in raw format, and this will allow you to get a little bit more highlight and shadow recovery. So, you know, the really bright areas you'll be able to drop down, and the really dark areas you'll be able to bring back up, as opposed to if you were to shoot it in JPEG. So you can see there I just dropped the whites and dropped the blacks, and already we're having a big difference in and from the before and the after. So I'm just going to punch it up a little bit with the clarity. Clarity adds a little bit of sharpness, a little bit of saturation to it as well. And then we're going to raise the vibrance here. Vibrance is actually going to give it a little bit more color in the more subtle color areas. And we're going to drop the saturation because the really saturated areas are too saturated. Alright, next we're going to be working in the HSL slider. And I'm going to give you guys a pro tip right now. Less is usually more. So, you know, I saw there that I ain't playing around with that red, so we're gonna take out that red because it looks extremely ass. So we took that out. Not feeling the green either, so we're gonna pull it down the green. We raised the orange a bit, as you saw, and the yellow just a little bit, and we're gonna get to what it's gonna look like with the hue adjustment in a sec. So we're gonna raise some aqua, raise some blue, and we're gonna raise a little bit of the magenta, so a little bit more color in those specific areas. But as you can see, I completely killed off the red and the green. Going to the hue tab now, we're going to make the orange go a little bit more on the yellow side, while making the yellow go a little bit more on the orange side, so that that color is kind of just getting merged together, so that everything's going to a little bit more of the canary yellow kind of color there. We're going to turn whatever green that's left in the photo and make it teal, and then the aquas we're going to go a little bit more indigo, while the blues are going to go a little bit more aqua in a sense. So we're kind of meeting in the middle there once again, as you can see. One tip of advice I'd give you guys is look up the color wheel and complementary colors. You'll find that in movies you see people using the orange and teal look a lot, and that's because they're opposite colors, right, on the color wheel. So we're just going to go back into the luminance tab now, and then we are adjusting the greens. Greens go a little bit darker, aqua's a little bit darker, blue is a little bit darker. Give this more of a sci-fi feel, if you guys know what I'm saying. All right, and that's pretty much it for that. Next, we're going to adjust details. Very important here. So what we want to do is we're actually going to adjust the luminance first. So one of the drawbacks of shooting late at night is that you probably have to jack up that ISO, or you're going to get a lot of noise. Noise, as you can see, is all that fuzziness and grain in the background. So we're going to look up that luminance, and what you see I did here was I actually zoomed in, zoom into at least 100%, then hold Alt. This will make your photo go black and white, and you'll be able to see that noise a little bit more clearly. So if my computer was fast, you'd see it right away, but you can see how we killed that noise. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to sharpen our image. Counterintuitively, if you sharpen it again, the noise will come back. So as you can see, I'm adjusting here the radius and the detail, and then what we're going to do is mask it off. So I'm holding Alt once again, and you can see that we're actually only sharpening the edges, which is what we want. So right around there. Now I'm getting sharp only on the edges, so we're not sharpening all that noise. Then what I do is I adjust the transform tool, make that building straight, add a little bit of vignette, and we're good. We should be good to go. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's my tutorial in 5 minutes. So I hope you guys learned something. As promised, we stayed at exactly 5 minutes. And if you like this video and you want me to put out more, give me a big thumbs up and a like. And if you have any questions for me, drop it in the comment section down below. And last but not least,